Good morning, I'm Charles Lejano. This is One News Now. Jeepney drivers can't wait to get back out on the road more than 4 months after the government shut down public transportation. Let's get the latest on this from Justine Punsalang. She's reporting to us live from Santa Ana in Manila. Good morning, Justine.
That's right, Charles. Jeepney drivers are excited to hit the road once again to earn for their families. However, these drivers are not too optimistic. They say money could be a challenge during this time. The LTFRB greenlit the return of almost 2,000 jeepney units in Metro Manila, more than 4 months after it halted public transportation because of the public health crisis. The agency added 17 more routes to the 49 operational routes, but it is still not enough. Over in Manila, out of the 100 jeepneys that ply the roads between Santa Ana and Leon Ginto, only half of them were approved to resume operations. Apparently, the other half failed to comply with the requirements such as securing the QR code that's issued by the LTFRB to indicate that their units are roadworthy. And for the 50 units that managed to get the LTFRB's clearance, their drivers were up and about as early as 6 in the morning to prepare their jeepneys. They're going back to the new normal after all. At the terminal, the Barker has an additional task, and that is to take the temperature of passengers and spray alcohol on their hands after payment. Passengers are also required to step onto the footbath before they board the jeepney. According to Milencio Limbaga Jr., a jeepney driver, while he's happy that he will have some income starting today, he thinks it still won't be enough to feed his family and pay for their bills. He also said the plastic barrier separating passenger costs a fortune, and he had to chip in to help their operator. Meanwhile, there's a steady stream of passengers arriving at the terminal here in Santa Ana. They say traveling is easier now that some jeepney routes are back. Rhea, for one, welcomes the additional route since the jeepney will pass by the Philippine General Hospital, where her sister undergoes chemotherapy every month. She said for the past months, they've been asking a relative to bring them to the hospital. But at the jeepney terminal in Tandang Sora, there were hardly any passengers. There are no traditional jeepneys roving the Crame to Cubao route, while jeepneys bound for Green Hills are still not operating despite having fully equipped units. This is because drivers have yet to undergo swab testing.
Sa ngayon, ma'am, malaking hirap po sa amin to. Kasi yung dating kinikita namin na usually pambayad ng tubig ilaw namin, pati sa bahay, pangkain pa araw-araw, malaki po ang nawala.
Charles, the LTFRB is reminding jeepney drivers and operators that fare should remain at 9 pesos for the first 4 kilometers and a succeeding 1 peso and 50 centavos for every succeeding kilometer. Meanwhile, Charles, it's drizzling here in Manila, and passengers continue to trickle in to ride the Santa Ana to Leon Ginto route. There are actually several jeepneys waiting and on standby to carry or to ferry passengers, the limited number of passengers they are allowed. Charles?
All right, thank you, Justine. That was Justine Punsalang reporting from Santa Ana, Manila. Here are other stories we are keeping our eyes on. Congressman Rodante Marcoleta isn't done with ABS-CBN yet. Now he wants to dig into the land title of the Kapamilya Network's 44,000 square meter property in Mother Ignacia, Quezon City. 2 other resolutions have also been filed at the House, seeking to investigate the DBP loan condonation that allegedly favored the network, as well as supposed franchise violations of Amcara Broadcasting Network. The DSWD reports that it has distributed almost 43 million pesos to more than 6 million beneficiaries of the second tranche of the government's financial aid program. The agency says it's exerting all efforts to reach qualified beneficiaries before the month ends. But for those who are geographically isolated or in disadvantageous areas, payouts might be extended until mid-August. And the Vietnamese Health Ministry has recorded 8 more locally transmitted coronavirus cases in the city of Da Nang. The Southeast Asian nation now has 30 infections since the virus resurfaced a few days ago. Vietnam has increased flights to the popular destination over the weekend to evacuate some 80,000 people out of the city. Vietnam has earned praise over its response to the pandemic, where not a single patient has died of the coronavirus disease. For more updates, follow News 5, the Philippine Star, and Business World online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. And you can also catch One News on the Signal Play app. Register for a free account now at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime and anywhere. I'm Charles Lejano. We are One News.